Have you ever realized how often success isn't about brilliance, but about endurance? How the people who seem to make it are rarely the most talented, the most connected, or the most fortunate, but almost always the ones who simply refuse to quit. In a world addicted to instant gratification, persistence has become a lost art. We chase quick fixes, fast fame, overnight results. But the truth is that anything truly meaningful, anything worth having, takes time. It takes grit. It takes resilience. And above all, it takes persistence. Because the road to your dreams will not be a straight line. It will twist. It will turn. It will test every fiber of your being. There will be setbacks that make you question everything. Doors will close in your face. People will doubt you. Opportunities will slip through your fingers. You will fail. You will fall. And you'll wonder if it's even worth it. But those who make it, the ones who leave a legacy, aren't the ones who never felt doubt. They're the ones who moved forward anyway. Step by painful step. Day by relentless day. Persistence doesn't look glamorous. It's not flashy. It's not viral. It's waking up to the same goal every morning, even when the results are invisible. It's doing the work when no one's watching, when no one's clapping, when no one believes. It's fighting for your future when your present feels like a battlefield. That's what separates those who dream from those who achieve. Not desire, but determination. See, most people give up too soon. They stop when it gets hard, when it gets boring, when it gets lonely. But the truth is, that's where the magic begins. Because persistence lives in the spaces most people avoid. In the early mornings, in the late nights, in the rejections, the disappointments, the moments that scream, give up. And if you can endure those moments, if you can keep showing up when it feels like nothing is working, you will unlock a strength you never knew you had. Persistence is not about perfection. It's about progress. It's not about never falling. It's about never staying down. Every setback, a setup. Every detour, a lesson. Every no, a redirection to something better. But you only discover that if you keep going, if you refuse to let failure have the final word. Because failure isn't the end unless you quit. Persistence rewrites the ending. There will be days when your motivation runs dry, when you don't feel inspired, when the weight of your goals feels too heavy to carry. And in those moments, you have to rely on discipline, on commitment, on the fire within that says, I didn't come this far just to quit now. Let that be your anthem. Let that be the force that pulls you forward when everything else pushes against you. You must understand, results are rarely instant, but they are always cumulative. Every rep, every attempt, every step, it adds up. And just because you can't see the change, doesn't mean it's not happening. Growth is often silent. Transformation is often invisible until it isn't. And then suddenly, one day, the breakthrough comes. The opportunity arrives. The door opens. And everyone will call you lucky. But you'll know better. You'll know it was persistence all along. Persistence is power. Quiet, unshakable power. It's standing tall when life tries to break you. It's refusing to let circumstances decide your worth. It's the belief that your vision matters, even when no one else can see it. It's holding on when letting go would be easier. It's staying in the fight when your legs are trembling and your heart is tired. It's rewriting the rules and outlasting the doubt. And it's not just for you. Your persistence paves the way for others. Your courage gives them permission to keep going. Your fight becomes their fuel. Every time you rise after a fall, someone else finds the strength to rise too. That's how powerful you are. That's how far your ripple can travel. But make no mistake, persistence will cost you. It will cost you comfort. It will cost you the easy path. It may cost you relationships, distractions, and illusions. But what you gain, that's priceless. You gain confidence, mastery, depth. You gain a legacy. And most of all, you gain yourself. Because in the pursuit of your dreams, you will be refined. You will be tested. You will be remade. And what emerges on the other side is someone unrecognizable, stronger, wiser, unstoppable. So don't be discouraged by slow progress. Don't be disheartened by how far you still have to go. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're building. You're becoming. One day at a time. One decision at a time, one act of persistence at a time. And everything you're working for, it's already in motion. Keep showing up, keep doing the work, keep believing, even when it feels like no one else does. Let this be your reminder. You don't have to move fast. You just have to keep moving. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to keep asking the right questions. You don't have to be fearless. You just have to be brave enough to take the next step. Every time you persist, you prove that the fire inside you is stronger than the storm around you. Every time you refuse to give up, you tell the universe, I'm still here. I'm still trying. I'm not done. And that message, that energy, it's magnetic. It draws the right people, the right chances, the right breakthroughs, because the universe listens, not always to your words, but to your intention, to your grit, to your ability to keep going when everything around you is begging you to quit. It listens when you get up for the 100th time, when you choose to show up, bruised but not broken, determined but not desperate, steady even in the shaking. Persistence is not loud. It doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's a whisper that says, just one more try, one more rep, one more call, one more step. And over time, those steps become miles. Those days become seasons. That discipline becomes your identity. You don't wake up one day and suddenly arrive. You build it in the quiet, in the discomfort, in the resistance. You build it by showing up again and again and again, even when no one claps, even when no one sees, even when the finish line still feels out of reach. So when doubt creeps in, when your goals feel far and your strength feels low, remember who you are. Remember what you've overcome. Remember why you started. And hold the vision. Keep the faith. Stay the course. Because persistence is not about the finish line. It's about who you become on the way there. It's about the resilience you gain, the character you sharpen, the belief you solidify, the inner voice that evolves from hesitant to unshakable. That's the true victory. That's what lasts. And that's what will carry you when motivation fades and obstacles rise. You are not weak because it's hard. You are not lost because it's taking time. You are in the process of becoming unbreakable. So take a deep breath. Wipe your tears. Roll up your sleeves. And get back in the fight. Even if your hands are tired. Even if your heart is heavy. Even if you're walking alone. Because what's waiting for you on the other side of persistence is greater than what's behind you. And every second you keep going, you're closing that gap. Step by step. Inch by inch. Your persistence is your power. It's not about being fearless. It's about being faithful. Faithful to your growth. Faithful to your potential. Faithful to the version of yourself you haven't met yet, but are inching closer to every time you say, not yet. I'm not giving up yet. Your persistence is your proof. Proof that you were built for this. That every challenge you faced has only made you stronger, wiser, more prepared. That you are not defined by your setbacks, but by your comebacks. And one day soon, the world will see what you've known all along. That nothing, not fear, not failure, not time, can stop someone who simply refuses to give up. Not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. You are relentless. You are committed. You are rising, not in sudden leaps, but in steady climbs, in consistent choices, in quiet victories. And this is only the beginning. The best is still unfolding. The future is still listening. And your story, it's far from over. So keep going, keep building, keep believing. Because persistence doesn't just change your path, it changes you. And you are becoming unstoppable.